think you're gonna love the tee. You only need the net, the tee, 5 baseballs and a bat. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the best 5 tee hitting drills that you need to do to get ready for every game. So I have loads of tee drills in my head, but I would like to narrow down the top 5 that you really need to warm up and get ready for the game. I've decided to do this video first of all because I do know a few drills and I think that I'm sharing with you quite well so that you can reproduce them yourself. The other reason why I want to give you this information is also because in many leagues, not only in the Baseball Scotland League, you don't really have time to warm up your hitting before a game. Usually you get to the field, you have time to do a general warm-up, to throw, warm up your arm and do some fielding, but you don't really get to practice hitting. You just go to the field in the game and have to face the pitcher. So today I would like to give you 5 exercises that are gonna get you ready for any game. The first drill I'm gonna present you is the chin and shoulder drill. I've presented this in one of my past videos, so make sure to check it out. The general idea of the chin and shoulder drill is that if you start by putting your chin on the left shoulder and focus on finishing your swing with your right shoulder touching your chin while your head doesn't move, you should be able to swing on a flat surface. If you do swing on a flat surface, this will allow you to hit a pitch that is extremely fast or a pitch that is extremely slow, because your bat is still gonna be on that same plane where the pitch is traveling, so you have more points of contact to hit it. This is usually the first exercise that I do when I work on the tee, because I want to make sure that my swing is always on plane. The second drill is going to be the hand separation drill. This is a drill that I haven't presented before because I wasn't a big fan of it initially. However, I've changed my mind. I've been struggling myself with the hand positioning during my swing. So in the hand separation drill, we are starting with our weight on the back leg and we're kind of letting ourselves drop towards the front of the box. While doing so, we want to leave our hands in the same position as steady as possible and let the rest of our body, in particular the lower body, do the work of separating the shoulders from the lower body and the waist. By doing this drill, not only you're getting a feeling of how your hands are moving and if they're stable, but you are also creating that separation that allows for your body to twist and create that hip-shoulder separation that will allow you to swing harder on the baseball. I believe that this exercise has many benefits, but also a few disadvantages. The benefits are obviously that you get better control of your hand, you create a better separation, but at the same time, you're creating an exercise where your step and the way that your lower body is moving doesn't really represent what you're gonna be doing on the field. So I would keep usually the reps for this exercise quite short, maybe just like 10 baseballs to make sure that my hands are moving in the right way, but no more. For the third drill, we're gonna go on a really important topic, the inside and outside pitch. As I presented in other videos, you want to be able to maximize your energy at contact with the baseball. To do so, your bat has to be perpendicular to the ball. And what this means is that if the ball is on the outside part of the strike zone, you should be able to hit it in opposite field. That's the area of the field where you're gonna have the maximum transfer of energy when you hit that baseball. And if the pitch is on the inside part of the strike zone, you want to be able to hit that pitch on the pulling side of the field, because that's going to be the area where you're going to have the maximal energy. For this drill, then we're going to set up the tee on an inside pitch first. We're going to do 5 swings, then we're going to set it up on an outside pitch and do 5 swings, and then we're gonna do again 5 inside pitches and 5 outside pitches. The reason why we're changing the inside and outside location of the pitch is because if we were to set up the pitch inside and then do a sequence of 10-20 swings, then we might change the way that we swing to make that pitch easier. So if we alternate, we make sure that we're actually always in the same position with our feet. A good way to even improve this exercise would be having 2 tees. If you had 2 tees, you could set up 1 tee to be an inside pitch, 1 tee to be an outside pitch, and then you would do alternating a pitch inside and a pitch outside. If you don't have time, and if you have only 1 tee, for example, you can instead put the tee always at the same angle and just rotate your body so that you're facing, say, the second baseman, for example, to simulate an inside pitch, or the shortstop so that you can simulate an outside pitch. As you can see, these first 3 drills focused on the technique, the way that you control the bat and the way that you control your body and the way that you move it. So when doing these drills, I prefer focusing on controlling my movement and making sure that I'm connecting my body and my mind. And I wouldn't focus much on hitting the ball too hard. However, in the second part of this warm-up, we're gonna see an exercise that is gonna give us that power and that energy that we need for the game. Now look at this, we can go from technique to strength and power just with these 2 tools. So easy. This is an exercise that I've used in the past, and it's called the heavy bat to light bat swing. So you can do this exercise on the tee, but you can also do it just swinging without a baseball to hit. What you want to do is you want to put a donut weight on your bat so that you can make it heavier, and then swing on the tee for 5 swings, probably is a good amount, and then you want to switch back to a normal bat or even to a fungo if you want an extreme difference in weight between the 2 bats. If you're using a fungo, do not hit the ball that is on the tee, just swing in the air because you don't want to ruin the fungo, it might break. What is the reason why we do this? So again, for this exercise there are some pros and some cons. The advantages of doing these transfers of bat is that you're strengthening your body. You're getting used to swinging a heavier bat, so that when you move to the normal bat, you will have the feeling to be on time against a really fast pitcher, or you will have the impression to swing harder, and in effect you will be swinging harder actually. However, the disadvantage of this transfer can be that the timing, if you have a good timing with the heavier bat on the pitcher, going back to the normal bat might throw you off, so that now you might be too early on the pitch. So the use of this technique depends on how confident you feel on your timing and on developing your strength and training with the weighted bat. The reason why we use the fungo, this might be counterintuitive. You might think that if you use the fungo that it's even lighter than a normal bat, then going back to the normal bat, this will feel heavier. This is partially correct, but the reason why we want to introduce the fungo is well explained in a video that Alex Bregman made a few years ago, and he was explaining how, as an MLB player, he actually uses lighter bats in order to prepare for games. And this reason is that if you always swing with heavier bats, your brain is gonna get used to have a stronger but slower movement. You want to give the opportunity to your brain to execute a movement fast enough so that it can train and become quicker. If you're swinging with a fungo, you can train your body at executing the movement and extending your hands and moving your wrists in a faster way, so that you will become faster in the long run. I hope that this makes sense. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below and I can explain maybe in more detail what I mean by this. So for this exercise, we're gonna do 5 swings with a heavier bat, 5 swings with a regular bat, and then 5 swings with a fungo. and we're gonna do probably 2 sets with this same sequence. The last exercise is not really an exercise, it's just free swings. After you've done all this work, you still want to make sure that you have your own swing, that you're ready and comfortable for the game, and you shouldn't be modifying your swing because you're not going to be able to learn a new movement just an hour before the game and then reproduce it on the field. So go back to your normal swing, get maybe 20 swings, more, less, depending on how many you want. This sequence took me less than 20 minutes to do. I think right now I feel warmed up and ready to play in a game, but maybe my arms are a bit tired. Yeah, so try to find out what your limit is and how many repetitions you need in order to warm up and get ready. Hey everyone, as I said earlier, I think these are the 5 best exercises that you can do to warm up before a game. They are extremely quick to do. You can adjust them to make them more difficult, more repetitions, less repetitions, anything you want. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but I think that the best idea for all the players that are trying to get new drills and new ways to train is to just try to gather as much information as you can from different sources, such as this video for example, and then maybe pick or identify the 1 or 2 drills that work for you and try to see how many repetitions you need to do or how you can adjust them to make them more personal and more efficient for you. All right, I think this is everything for today, so I hope you enjoyed the video, you enjoyed the drill, you learned something new, and I'll see you soon with some new exciting videos.